I'm talking and the mic isn't unmuted. Welcome everyone. This is In the Paint. I'm your host, Max611, aka Mark A. Cunningham. Thank you for joining us tonight. We got a bunch of sports topics tonight. My co-host and partner, Angus Black, aka Rodney Jones, aka R Jones, Big Brother R. He'll be with us shortly. And got my brother here, Dom. We'll bring him in.
Good
What's up?
evening, Mr. Cunningham.
Good evening, sir. What's cracking?
What's up, kid?
Nothing. You sound a little low.
I know I was trying to get my earbuds to work, so I'm using the speaker on my iPad.
Okay.
My buds wouldn't work. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
All right.
Much clearer. Yo, shout out the Twitter live I was listening to. I couldn't speak because I was in the middle of something. That I heard you speak on today. Give them a shout out because I enjoyed it.
Them folks are crazy. I'm trying to get her to come on the show.
Okay. But shout out on Twitter. Because I like what I heard. The whole, I came in the middle, but the topics specifically you were talking about were cool, and I enjoyed it. And I got to learn a little bit about your background, where you from in the BX. I got family from the BX, all on Gun Hill Road.
One of the guys brought it up, Mac. He heard me say something.
Yeah.
He just interrupted and like, where you from? But the girl that Mark, that shit went left from race relations,
right,
marriage to children to sex, matrix.
Oh my goodness, I missed all that.
They must have kept that shit. It's still on. They're still doing it. I peeked before I paid her over 4 hours. But she's a trip, man. But she's an NBA head.
Okay.
No doubt about it.
See, they talking S&M, sex.
Oh, Mark.
Let me not even reveal. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna put myself out there.
Ooh, I Mark comes on because he was listening. And down, and I texted him. I said, "Oh, where'd you go?" He said,
I guess you didn't see me because I was in there too.
Yeah, I didn't. She be having so many people in there, Mark, that you gotta like scroll all the way down to the bottom of your screen. But
right.
Yeah. Ooh. Her and the guy from Bleacher Report. They're always inviting me in their spaces. The guy that runs the Bleacher Report one, he's a vet. So he followed me and asked me to chime in. That's how you actually get involved with this. These people start following you. And all of a sudden, they send you alerts. So I was like, hey, then I'll get a message, you going to chime in? I'm like, all right. But that went, Mark, they was on so long that I chimed in. I left, ate dinner, went to the store, came back, and I was sitting in my outside room. And my buddy Rels, he was like, Don, where'd you go? I was like, they're still doing this shit.
Yeah.
But that's a big thing now. I mean,
but that's great. That's great that she has people doing that for her. I wish we could get more people to support In the Paint like that. Yes, I'm calling y'all out.
Here's a hint, Mark. We should jump on that Spaces thing.
Yeah, I want to do it on Saturdays or Sundays.
I
think we could do
that
it.
Follow it and
right.
Plug the paint and So I hit her up, but they're still doing it, so she didn't even answer me yet. It's got to be like over 5 hours. That's insane, man.
I can't do that.
No, me either. Sorry.
I think we've gone 2-3 hours. One time we did go longer than that, but we go about 2 hours.
Mark, they're still on. I'm looking at my phone right now.
Their phones and devices must be charged.
Yeah, don't say how long it's been on, but Mark, that was hours ago, man. Hours. And of course, you could record it, and people can follow follow it and read, listen to it later on. It's a pretty neat thing. I don't know how I got roped into it. Some guys that are Knicks fans, but I get kind of no knock against them if they ever watch the show, but they're so into bashing and it gets. I mean, I do enough of it myself, but you don't want to be on for 2 hours hearing Thibodeau.
No, but I think we do it in a more constructive way. But
yeah, they try, but they just go like, and it's like when you get that following, it's like everybody's thinking the same. So when I come on, I always use the expression, "Oh, here I go, I'm a pissing some Wheaties."
Yep.
Because y'all just focused on one thing, and that's, but that girl caller, man, Mark, she be having 115, 120 people. Yeah, it's insane, man.
That's what's up. What's up? Yo, y'all, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's called In the Paint Media Group. Subscribe, hit that bell, show some love to your brother, your boy. Dom, you ready to get into it?
Yes, sir.
So last week, New York Knicks point guard Derrick Rose has another surgery procedure done on his ankle. What are your thoughts on that? And if he's coming back this year or if he's coming back at all?
One, what's the sense? Because I'm pretty sure in a couple of days they'll be mathematically eliminated even from a play-in.
Right.
So, but it goes back to what I was trying to tell Bishop. This is a fallacy on the front office.
Yes.
Because your plan wasn't good. You went into the season with 2 off-injured point guards. And now everybody wants to complain, why is Burks playing point guard? Well, unless somebody's going to come out the stadium and play point guard, this is what they created. I mean, you had no plan. Right. The one position we've had problems with for 20-something years, Mark. That's unacceptable.
Right. We let's see. I'm gonna go back to, we had Pearl and Clyde, which was beautiful. Got rid of them. And then we had people like Darryl Walker. We had people like Rory Sparrow. Solid guys, but not superstars.
Right.
Had Michael Ray Richardson and Ray Williams also before we had those 2 guys. And they were good. But they both were doing what they were doing off the court. And they both got traded. Both of them wound up with the Nets.
Blamed out.
Then we get we get blessed to get Mark Jackson, and then I don't know why they drafted Rod Strickland right after that. They didn't need to do that. But then we get blessed with those 2. And we trade both of them for old Maurice Cheeks and overrated, also out the door Doc Rivers, and we didn't need that. And then we get Charlie Ward, Chris Childs, and then
Greg Anthony.
Right, and then it just we got blessed with Jason Kidd for a year, and I guess he got tired of the shenanigans in the garden and was like, "I'm out. I'm calling it a career." And so here we are with Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker. And we all said this could work if they are healthy.
I never bought into it, Mark, because again, I live in North Carolina, and I said this back then. It was
all know.
Yeah, it was a nice feel-good story. Kemba Walker, I'm coming home, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Of all the bonehead basketball decisions Michael Jordan has made, that was probably the best one he made.
Yeah, let him go.
I can't give you the max. We appreciate everything you've done, but the wheels are coming off. The only person that didn't realize the wheels were coming off was Kemba Walker and Leon Rose. That's
Kemba Walker knows. It's the people who sign him and expect him to be better than he was, and he couldn't My contention is if you can't play a bunch of back-to-backs, I don't need you.
Mark, I looked it up. In the last 3 years, I think he's maxed out at 44 games.
Right.
And you add Rose to that, who's probably an inch above him at 48.
Right.
And this is what you signed up for. You know what, Mark? I know this sounds strange because everybody hated Alfred Payton.
Right.
But you know what? He gave you what he gave you, and he gave it to you every night. Wasn't the greatest shooter, decent point guard, hell of a defender.
Right.
And you said, nah, we'll go with these two half broke down ass point guards. No shade against neither one of them. They both had good careers.
Yep.
But not now.
Right. Right.
It's sad.
Right. And I like I feel the same way about Alfred Payton. He wasn't a starter. He's a backup point guard. Yeah. Can't shoot. Tad bit turnover prone. But like you said, he played good defense. He's 6'5". He is what he is. He is what he is. But I don't think Derrick Rose should try to come back this year. Just rehab, get healthy, get your body right for next year. Because will we give him a 3-year deal?
I think the third's not guaranteed.
Right. But it's a 3-year deal.
Yeah. So he's got basically 1 year left.
Right.
If you want to look at it that way.
Right. Right.
But that thing is, Mark, do we do the wheels on the bus? Does he come back next year? We have no backup plan. And then this happens again. I threw people for a loop. I said, as weird as it sounds, would it have been that bad? I mean, I know hindsight is 20/20, but would it have been that bad? You basically got Kemba Walker for the same price you would have got Dennis Schroeder for. I'm not saying Dennis Schroeder's the answer, Mark. I'm just saying.
Right.
He stays healthy. He's a decent point guard. Nice little shot. Plays defense. And for $8.5 million, man, you could have stole him for a year until you got your head out your ass and decided what you wanted to really do. I don't know. But, I brought that up before the season started, before they even got Kemba Walker. I always talk to my boy on the Bleed Blue show. That wouldn't be a bad idea, especially when he was hanging out there, Mark, and he wasn't getting the money he thought he was going to get. I'm like, this could be a steal.
Listen, listen, Schroeder's not a superstar. He is what he is. But like you said, he'll give you 15 points. He'll give you some assists. And he's a solid defender. And he's healthy.
And he'll give you 70 games.
Right. And also, he's bigger than Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker, I said this on a couple of shows past. When point guards get old and they're on the small side, when they go downhill, it's steep.
Quick.
They go down fast.
And the thing is, Mark, I watched him. And at his size and what he was doing early on in Charlotte with the going to the basket, getting banged up, I was like, wow. Me and my son used to talk about it all the time. How long is this guy going to last, Dad? I don't know. But he did. He had a good, I'll say 8-year run for what he was doing, carrying a franchise, getting beat up, the go-to guy. So it's sad to see it happen to him because it happened quick, Mark. I mean, at least for me, watching him, it happened fast. It was like you woke up one day and you was like, where's Kemba Walker? Who's this guy?
Right. Well, remember last year before the season, he had to have a surgical procedure because he has arthritic knees.
But that's the thing, Mark. He never had surgery. He kept, to this day, he has not had surgery. He kept putting it off, thinking the rehab would work.
He has some kind of procedure done in Boston.
A scope, I think. But he never had the issue identified. But I think, in his defense, it was more of a degenerative thing.
Right.
You know, like my back, for example. I know I got degenerative disc, busted disc. So for them to go in and try to fix this, and that's the boat he was in, you know, sort of, can I rehab it? I can't play back-to-backs. Okay, I can live with that. But then again, Mark, the Celtics gave him big bucks.
Yeah. He got his money.
Yeah.
That's why he could take the deal that the Knicks gave him.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to come home, which is cool. I'm a Kemba Walker fan, but I'm also looking at it. He's a diminished player.
Yes.
It's funny. It's funny. I tweeted to somebody, what's the Knicks fans' obsession with Zion Williamson?
Boy, that's a whole other show. I mean,
no, break it down as in as much time as you can.
If you look, Mark, at the numbers he put up when he played, they're phenomenal. You can't take that away from him. But there's that when, but will he? And of course, I come to grips, Mark, as a Knicks fan, but much older than most, that I'm not as thirsty as a lot of these Knicks fans. And social media has really corrupted it because everybody's a GM, everybody's a president, everybody's a coach. They know what players should be playing, not playing. You know, again, not even Zion Williamson. A current Knick who we just got, Cam Reddish. For some reason, people think Cam Reddish is the next coming of George Gervin.
Right.
He's a good player, Mark. But again, there goes that thirst of being a Knicks fan that you think Mark Cunningham is the next whatever. We do this all the time. And like I said, social media has totally ruined it because now you got everybody pulling this way, that way. It's not even about being a fan no more. It's about your opinion, what you think will work, what you think is right. And I always say the same thing, Mark. Whenever they invite me, you can say what you want about Thibodeau, Randall, Alec Burks. But at the end of the year, Leon Rose and Worldwide West got to sit down and address people. We are sorry. This is what we did, but this is where we're going. This is what we're going to try.
I think I either sent it in our text or I might have tweeted to you that, or I tweeted to somebody else. Phil Jackson, when he was president, where was he? Yeah. He certainly didn't speak to the media or to the fans.
No.
Right? Steve Mills, another one, didn't speak to the fans also. So now we got this guy. Leon Rose is doing the same thing. He's not talking to the fans. He's hiding somewhere in the garden.
I don't expect everybody to be Mark Cuban, but as much as I don't like Mark Cuban, I will give him his kudos for that. I got to give him his flowers for that.
Right.
He's not afraid to talk to the media. He's not afraid to talk to his fans, his season ticket holders.
Right.
You got to give him that. I mean.
Right. Black At You Production said Derrick Rose should come out with the 911s.
Is that
the 911s?
Is that the wheelchair?
Yes.
I didn't want to get that close. He's true. He's right.
He's right. You're right, Black At You. Thank you, brother, for joining us tonight. Appreciate it.
What can you say, Mark? And there's an old saying, it is what it is. I mean, because some people might not have seen it, you know, sort of shame on them. Because you actually, Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker, Nerlens Noel, you actually wasted money. Though it wasn't a lot, you didn't go out and give max contracts. But it just leads me to believe that there could have been something better. I'm not a GM. I'm not a president. I don't know none of this inside stuff. But all I know is where you went from to where we are, in between the moves that you made, we're on the outside looking in. After having our first successful year in 8 years.
Right.
I had the number written down, Mark. We're like 216 and 396 in the last 8 years. And in that is the 40-something wins we had last year. This was your plan, and then you went ghost. You turned into a Murray Hardwick and didn't say nothing, went ghost, found Tommy, and just disappeared.
Well, you know what it is? We don't have a lot of glue guys. Like, listen, Reggie Bullock isn't a superstar. Reggie Bullock, though, he shot 40-something% from the 3 line. Great. He played defense. Great. He gave you 100%. For whatever reason, Thibodeau wanted to keep him, and I understand why he wanted to keep him. You let him go, and you sign Evan Fournier, and we all know what Evan Fournier is. Really solid three-point shooter. His numbers are the same from last year and what he's done for his career. So he's doing well. You overpaid for him a little. But you should have brought back somebody who's a defensive guy. You didn't bring back no defensive guy.
And that's where it went, Mark. It went from somehow, some way, you're smoking mirrors, lightning in the bottle, whatever you did last year. You got caught up in what the NBA is doing. You know, and I understand the NBA is an offensive-driven league. I get it. I do. But somebody just said can't trade defense for offense.
I totally agree.
What I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say. And not only did you do that, but your offense actually got worse than it was last year.
Right. How'd that happen?
Last I checked, we're a negative 2.3 in points for and points against. So everything you did went totally topsy-turvy. And here's where I don't want to say shut these cray-crays down on these faces, but you can't say Leon Rose and then hide, because no matter how much you blame Thibodeau, Leon Rose hired Thibodeau. Thibodeau gave you what Thibodeau was going to give you last year. So in between last year and this year, y'all decided to take the bull by the horns and just go in a total opposite direction.
Right. Well, I keep reading and seeing that Thibodeau told him, I don't want this guy. I don't want that guy. And they sort of forced people on him, you know, and then they said they weren't speaking to him. Listen, if I'm the GM and you're my coach, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to say, Don, last year we were great defensively. Should we bring back Reggie Bullock? You probably say, yes, I need him. Well, we also need some offense too. Okay, well, get me both.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the numbers for this year. The Knicks are 28th in pace.
Yeah. And they moved up. They was last.
Right. You're 27th in points, which means your offense got worse, actually, from last year.
That's what I just said.
Defensively, they're 16th, I believe.
Remember what I always said, Mark?
And they were in the top 5 last year.
I don't understand how the NBA does this with strength, but I do know one thing. The Knicks held their opponents to the lowest of anybody in the league.
Right.
They had the best field goal percentage defense and the best three-point percentage field goal. So however the NBA mixes all these marbles and comes up with the number ranking, all I know is the Knicks were number 1 in what I just said. And now you just said they're almost at the bottom of the barrel, and we didn't even bring an offense. They're at the bottom of the barrel on offense. They weren't at the bottom of the barrel last year, Mark.
No. They were like they were in the middle. Right.
They was, trugging along. They had that one good run, but they weren't this bad. And another thing with these, there's this new line now, play the kids. Well, if it was the GM and Worldwide West's plan to draft all these kids, to play these kids, why did you go out and get light players that were going to stymie these kids getting minutes, i.e. Kemba Walker, Derrick Rose? But now everybody thinks this Deuce McBride is the next Earl Monroe. You've seen him play in the G League. God bless you. He may be a star one day, Mark. But again, the general manager and the president said, I'm going to bring in Mark and Dominic to play point guard. Though I drafted, really? And you take the other kid, McBride. I think he's going to be a good ball player.
Right.
But you draft a shooting guard who you got lucky to get. Let's keep it real. You got lucky with him and quickly. But then you go out and get Fournier. So again, there goes that stymie thing. So it's confusing as hell, Mark. I hope this offseason, because I am a Knicks fan, that they get it right.
The Knicks suck.
Camera on.
And there he is.
The Knicks suck.
Put your camera on.
Nah, I can't. Not tonight, man. I just got in from work. I'm looking a wreck.
How could you look a wreck with a suit on?
Nah. Plus, I have put away some of my equipment and I can't find my lights and all that good stuff. So this is good as it gets tonight. Sorry.
So, your thoughts on me and brother Dom spent about a half hour chit-chatting about Derrick Rose and his latest injury, which has resulted in a surgical procedure. What are your thoughts?
Oh, man. Well, it depends. You know what? I'm not in the know. You know what I'm saying? They say it's minor, as far as I know. And look who else is joining us as well. I'm going to bring him in, Sir Bishop. So I'll bring him in while I'm talking. What's up, Bishop, dogs?
He angry, mad, and I know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
What,
you know?
What up, fellas?
What's up?
Oh, he's low. He sound low key.
That's the start. That's only starting.
Yeah.
but continue on what you were saying. What's up, Jay?
Ain't nothing, man.
Ain't nothing. I'm just saying, yo, bro. I mean, we kind of knew the writing was on the wall anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's been oft injured. And does this really come as a shock to anybody? And it's a shame because the dude, when he came here, he was the energy. You understand? He was the energy on that team.
Yeah, he changed the season.
He changed the season. Exactly. He did. He was doing his thing. I love it. But at some point, we knew this was going to kind of happen down the road. And it's a damn shame. You know what I mean? But, yo, I just hope that he doesn't miss any significant time. I mean, you know, I don't know what the
me and Dom said he should sit out the rest of the season because they're about to be eliminated, according to Dom, in like 2 days.
Yeah. Well, it's true. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that makes sense. You know, for him to sit out the rest of the season and try to come back stronger. You know, I still think that's going to be an issue or an ongoing issue with him. But, hey, man, what can you do?
We got one of them light-skinned dudes.
Look out. What's up, dogs? Mr. Reggie.
One of them light-skinned dudes.
Wait.
Yo, y'all know
angry.
this is my bowling night, man. Y'all know this is my bowling night.
Is that Reggie?
Well, talk to your man. He's right there. Talk to your man.
Reggie, you got the 300 going
Damn
right now?
shame.
You got the 300 going right now?
I'm going to get back in with y'all in a little while, but I'm just here for support, bro.
Thank you, brother.
I'll see y'all in about 15 minutes.
All right.
You're looking good in your bowling shirt.
But that's my initial thoughts on Derrick Rose, man. I'm gonna let my man the Bishop, you know, take the mic and whatnot and the floor. So, bam, it's yours, brother.
Well, I mean, the surgery that they said is because he has a skin infection or something.
Right. Yep.
So it's not like something wrong with his ankle. It's just a skin infection. So they're probably gonna take something off, do some grafting or whatever. So, but as far as like coming back, so I mean, everybody should take their cue from Kimba. You know what I mean? Take their cue from Kimba. It's like, there's nothing wrong with him. And he's like, yo, like why would I play with a dude or play for a dude that's tried to scapegoat me and ruin my reputation? You know what I mean? It's like, don't get me wrong, I agree with everybody as far as saying that, you know, Kimba's not the same. That's a reputation.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Okay, that went away.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but
okay.
Yeah, so again, like Kimba is not the Kimba from Charlotte in his prime, but he's capable of giving you 10 to 15 points a night, 5 assists, couple of steals, and that's what you need in that point and run the offense. That's all you need from him. It's like if there's guys in the league that are less than him, far less than him, that still got jobs and still working in the NBA. Alfred Payton, uh, there's a couple of guys. DJ Augustine just got signed again with LA.
Right.
It's
DJ
like,
Augustine is solid.
yeah, so is Kimba. So is Kimba. And it's like, like for what you need from him, a threat from the outside. He can penetrate. He's gonna finish, make his free throws. There's no reason to scapegoat him. There's no reason. So it's like you roll the dice. If I were Derrick Rose, I wouldn't be rushing to come back either because there's nothing happening this season. You basically roll the dice with the village idiot, and and it's like, like this is what you get, and it's probably gonna cost you your job. And you can, what's the name, the general manager, whoever assembled the team. I'm not saying that they were going to win a championship, whatever, but they should have been able to play solid basketball and be competitive and be in most of the games. And this losing, just be consistent. Just be consistent.
But Bishop, how are you going to be consistent with 4 bad defenders on the floor?
Well, this is where I'm talking. This is where I'm getting back to Tibbs with his being a defensive guru. It's like, you got to come up with schemes. You got to get guys to buy into playing.
What?
Nobody's really playing shutdown, lockdown defense. But you play. Go ahead.
What schemes with Fournier? He can't guard.
You just got to stay in front of guys. That's it. You don't have to stop guys. You just got to stay in front. You just got to stay in front of them.
Fournier he struggles to stay in front of people.
He ain't the only one. He's not.
Right.
He ain't the only one. Like Randall, it's like RJ. Like these guys are always in the wrong place defensively. Always out. Always. And it's like so. And then the one person you're gonna point out is Kimba. It's ridiculous.
I point 1 through 4. They all suck.
Yeah, but when Tibbs made his, went out and made his statement, he made the statement that, well, Kimba is this and he's not this and blah, 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 making it seem like he was the root cause of the starting lineup with disjointed. And it's like, no, you have village idiot number 1 bringing the ball up and trying to create and turning the ball over, and then you got Chuck Master. As soon as he get the ball, like he's driving from one end of the court to the other end, and it's like nobody's seeing that ball. Nobody's seeing it. It doesn't matter who's there. Nobody's seeing that ball 85% of the time.
Right. And then Bishop, when you trot off the bench, Quigley don't play no defense. Obi is lost.
Yeah, but when it starts from the starting unit. If the starting unit and early in the season, the second unit would come in, and they not great defenders, but they would hustle, get their hands on balls, make it difficult for guys to score, disrupt the other team's offense, and a lot of games they were bringing the starters back into the game by playing defense with that second unit. So it's like nobody in the league is shutting guys down because that's not the league that we have now. But you at least got to make it tough on guys to score. It can't be a cakewalk. It can't be a cakewalk.
Okay.
And it's like with Rose, it's like for me, it's like, okay, so why would you come back? Now you gotta. It's been like how many games now where you've allowed this dude to just run wild, and now you're gonna try to establish some law and order where it's like, you need to give me the ball and go down. It's like,
dude, I just want to make one. I gotta make one quick observation, not to be, groove killing people, but I have to because it's,
we already know who you are.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. No, but I'm just saying, I wanted to get your opinion on something. I heard Dom, I think he was actually on his Twitter Spaces. I forgot the brother's name the other night, and I heard something, and I want to know your opinion, and as well as Mac and the Bishop. This whole point guard situation, how bad it's been. They offered up a solution. and that was R.J. Barrett.
Get out.
Because you heard that, Dom?
Trade?
And
You mean
but
trade him? You mean
you
trade
must
him,
have
Mark?
heard my response to that.
I didn't get the chance to hear your response. I'm sorry.
Lord have mercy.
Go ahead, Dom. The floor is yours.
I told them point blank. First of all, when you get in these spaces,
Yeah.
I always consider I was telling Mark before y'all came on, I always consider myself the piss in the Wheaties kind of guy.
Okay.
Because everything they say is based on their feelings.
Yes.
Not,
yes.
Not facts. You know, Deuce McBride is the next Earl Monroe. Cam Reddish is the next George Gervin.
Right.
So when you go into them spaces, at least me,
right.
You know, I let them know off the back. I don't like none of y'all. I ain't your friend. Here. This is what I'm gonna say. When they said that shit, I was like, you gotta be kidding. The guy basketball IQ is not that good. And just Bishop said a second ago, he gets the ball, he puts his head down like Earl Campbell trying to get to the goal line.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a couple of weeks now when we have done the show. When him and Randall, when they get the rock, it's not coming back.
No.
Quigley also similar. When he gets the rock, it's not coming back.
Yeah, but in that second unit, it's not as consequential in the second unit with Quigley, and you don't expect with Randall and RJ. I'm expecting, you said something, Dom, basketball IQ.
Yeah.
I'm expecting you to make smarter plays. I'm expecting you to you don't have to go out and score 40 points a night to be effective. You don't. And
he feels that way though.
And this fool's goal that everybody has with, okay, well, RJ is scoring. No, what teams have done is said, we ain't gonna let Randall beat us. We'll let RJ shoot. We'll let RJ score.
Right.
It's not that he's so good. It's just that teams are saying, he ain't gonna beat us. He ain't gonna beat us. We don't care how much he score. Him scoring ain't gonna beat us. Now, if Randall gets into a groove and starts playing the way he's supposed to play, then we might have problems. But he's too stupid to realize that, dude, like, stop shooting three-pointers. Stop shooting threes. Mid-range, drive to the basket, hit your free throws. That's an easy 20, 25 points a night for you. You ain't got to worry about turning the ball over. 8 rebounds, 5 assists. You done your work.
And to your point, the other caveat I gave them was it took RJ Barrett to score 46 points, 32 points, 33 points.
What did he shoot?
Wait a minute. To eclipse his scoring average from last year to 0.8 more. But here's the caveat.
Yes.
Everything other than that run, everything was down. His points per game, his field goal percentage, his 3-point percentage, his free throw percentage, everything was down. But again, when you go into these things, you got to go in there, like I always say, numbers don't lie, people lie with numbers.
Exactly.
So when I say that, everybody be like, oh, there you go, the Debbie Downer. No, y'all are the Debbie Downer. Because y'all dreaming. Y'all just come on to talk. Like when I tell you guys, y'all know me. I'm going to spit numbers. Because again, numbers don't lie, people lie with numbers. I don't want to hear the eye test. The eye test is not in the win-loss column. The eye test is not in your field goal percentage, your 3-throw percentage, and your free throw. No, none of that's in the eye test. Those are straight up numbers. That's an indication of who you are.
Right.
But when they point guard are, I almost lost my ever-loving mind.
I know. I couldn't even. Yo, Dom, I couldn't even believe that. I was like, wait, what? They're actually putting this out in the universe? You know, and they were going, and they were, hold on, Mac. They was going on with his numbers. Oh, well, you know, had he played a little better, he could have had 10. He could have had 10 assists or what. And I'm like, yo, are y'all listening to? I was gonna join in, but I said no because I don't know these people like that, and I don't want to go buck wild and shit on people like that. And I'll probably be banned from Twitter. You understand? They'll probably put
that's why I've been hesitant because and me and
well, we could be on that. We could do we could do the spaces.
That's what I told.
Well, we are. I'm going to talk to you offline. But before you and Bishop came on, me and Don were talking, and I said, you know, the Knicks point guards, the way the team is made, they wanted to get more offensive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their numbers are down from last year, even though they got three. They acquired two
Yeah.
offensive players.
Yeah, but who's
Right.
taking the shots? Who's taking the shots?
He said
Who's
he was
taking the
shot.
shots?
For sure.
So
Oh,
you got.
Wait, hold on. Your man Burks 2 assists in 2 games playing a point.
Yeah, but who's taking the shots?
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Who's taking?
Randall, RJ, and Quigley are jacking them up.
It's not even. You keep saying Quigley, and that starting lineup. What sets the tone for the game? It's like, yo, if he's coming in the game and they already down by like 20 something points, I don't like. He got to get up some shots. Like he can't. For me, as a young player, he's a 2 guard. He's got to get up some shots.
Yeah,
He's got to get up some shots.
Oh,
He's got.
Okay, but he misses a ton. I'm sitting watching games, and he comes in, and he's jacking and missing as well.
Year 2, I'm okay with that. Year 2, I'm okay with that. Next season,
I'm not.
Next season, I'm like, because he ain't like he taking 25 shots a game. So
He's
yeah,
taking
he'll take
enough.
He'll take 10 shots.
He's taking.
10 shots. He's not taking a ton of them. I'm telling you that. He's not taking a ton.
But he's another one. He's another one, Bishop, that every one of his numbers are down. So again, like you said, going into next year, we seen last year's Quickly, this year's Quickly. What do we get next year? It's a question mark. But again, this is where I separate myself from the thirsty Knicks fans, where I'm not putting all my apples in that cart.
Right.
If he progresses, don't get me wrong, I'm a Knicks fan. I got to pull for the kid. But I'm not going to come out and say he should be starting over Earl Monroe. No, I'm not going that far. No, I'm not that crazy. I'm not that delusional. I'm a fan, but I'm not a fanatic.
There's a difference. There's a difference. That is.
Exactly, R. Yeah. It's a big difference because when you go into it, again, when you brought up the spaces, R, you really gotta. And the one thing I'm not afraid to do, and y'all know me longer than them, I ain't afraid to say what the hell I want to say. If I piss you off, so be it. You shouldn't have invited me.
Right.
I don't just pop into spaces. I will get a DM. Hey, Dom, like the girl that was doing the show today.
Yeah.
We become friends. So whatever show she's doing, it could be not about sports, like today.
Right. Yes.
She'll DM me. Dom, you want to chime in? And I'll chime in. I don't just pop into shit like I ain't got nothing better to do. I mean.
Right.
And you missed a hell of a climax to that show today, R.
Really?
It left faster than a Porsche going from.
Seriously?
York. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Wow.
I don't want to. I will tell you this, it started out with.
Good, Dom. I'm sorry.
Colors, marrying, dating colors, different colors. To me trying to bring keep hope alive. Don't let nobody steal your joy. All of this stuff to.
Wow.
Sex classes.
What?
The Matrix. I was like, whoa.
And he said they were going on for 4 hours. 5 hours.
Still on.
Wow.
They're still on, R.
What?
Yes. I'm going to check right now while y'all talking. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yo, our brother Black at shit. Nobody wants to be a fanatic like Philly fans. MSG doesn't need a jail cell underneath it. I think they have one, though.
As we speak, they're still doing.
Are you serious? That's crazy, son.
And you know what? This girl, Carla, who I don't know how she met me. She followed me, then she DM'd me. She be drawing anywhere between 115 and 130 people in these spaces. Wow. And she covers all different things like life. She's a basketball head. I know that.
Right.
She's a basketball head. And she don't really talk about one team. She'll go around the league. It's called Hoop something she does.
Okay.
But she'll have, like she's the one that hooked that girl up that I was telling y'all to try to listen to with the women's basketball and the history. They're all friends. They're females, but they draw such a large audience that I don't know what it is because I'm not that into this Spaces thing unless somebody invites me.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, man, she's got a following.
Wow.
She could get on and invite people to talk about Mark Cunningham. And nobody knows Mark Cunningham.
Right.
30 minutes later, there's 150 people in there talking about Mark Cunningham and never met him.
That'd be a beautiful thing, but
Word.
let's move on.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
All good. Major League Baseball lockout.
I
I know you. I know you was tight and Dom was tight.
You know what? I'm sick of. Yo, let me tell you something. I was telling Double D because we worked together at the job. I was like, bro,
Double D?
and I'm not. Yeah, Dwayne.
Oh,
You know,
I thought today is Titty Tuesday. I thought you were talking about something else.
Hey.
Get your mind. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a family show. I'm sorry. The bishop's mind is someplace else.
We are not coming live from Eros.
Exactly. Okay.
It's
Exactly.
not Page Productions. Thank you.
But seriously, I was talking to Dwayne about this earlier. Yo, this sport was my first love as far as sport. It wasn't basketball, it wasn't football, it wasn't lacrosse, anything like that. It was strictly baseball. I grew up. I was like literally by car like 15 minutes away from Shea Stadium. All right, and I used to go a lot. You understand? So I played the game. I loved baseball with all my heart. I was one of those guys that knew people's averages with no problem. You understand? I used to do the stats, and I used to sit there with my notebook and go over stuff. You understand? With me, I remember one of my best friends, coach. We used to get together all the time and just go over the stats and whatnot. And I used to have shit memorized. You understand? It went from that to now to this point where I don't give a crap. The first stoppage, that first strike, that took a lot out of me. It took a hell of a lot out of me. And for this shit to keep repeating its ugly self and whatnot with this latest nonsense, it's freaking ridiculous. I'm done. I can't do baseball anymore. I don't give a shit at this point. I don't care. To me, both of them are looking ridiculous. The players are looking ridiculous. The owners look ridiculous. I don't have any sides. I'm not picking any sides. To me, they're both a bunch of jackasses. You understand? And I'm sick of it. I'm done. To be perfectly honest.
What you have is two sides fighting over money.
Yeah.
It's fighting over the pot. It's like,
exactly. I get it, but I'm just saying. Dude, how much is enough? I mean, what the fuck?
On both sides. On both sides.
Yeah, on both sides. I agree. But I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I'm sick of it.
You know what pains me the most are?
What's that?
I'm like you. I grew up just like you are. I didn't just become a numbers guy as I got older.
Right.
Me and my boy, my brother Art, we be sitting there reading stats.
Yeah.
But what pains me the most is I'm a Knicks fan.
Mm.
So in the last 8 years, other than last year, I looked forward to January because the Knicks were out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes spring training. So I had and I'm a Yankee fan. So that's what pains me the most about what baseball is doing, because now I'm back to what I've been doing for the last 8 years. Praying baseball would come back. The Knicks are out of it. They're an embarrassment.
Right.
Yankees, I still got the Yankees. Oh, yeah, here comes baseball.
Right.
And you do this shit again. And like Bishop said, there's enough to go around. So I'm going to pick sides this time, like the owners, because in all actuality, let's just leave it at there's enough to go around. But let's be honest, man, the owners have been shelling out money. It's their fault. We're giving all these humongous contracts, and then all of a sudden you want to put the brakes on it. Okay. Let's do that. Let's kill the 10-year contracts for $500 million. Okay, we identified that. But now nobody wants to bend. It's like watching the Democrats and the Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Like embarrassing.
But what I'm just trying to understand. It's like, okay, so if the pie is that large, why do you think that you as the owner is able to restrict the players from getting their fair share? That's the question.
I think it's got to the point now, Bishop, where, okay, what's your fair share?
Owners ain't losing no money. They ain't losing no money.
We're not going to get into who's winning and losing money. I mean, like, realistically, what's your fair share?
Right.
The revenue has been split. We got teams like the Yankees helping field the Kansas City Royals. So we identified that. We've identified so many issues that baseball had, but we're still back to square one with, I mean, to me, damn the money. To me now, it's like, fuck you, fuck you, Dom. And I'll tell you this though, I will watch baseball when it comes back because I'm a baseball fan. I'm a Yankee.
I feel you. Okay.
I'm more of a Yankee fan than I am anything else. A Knicks fan, a Jets fan. So I got my loyalty to the Yankees, not Major League Baseball, to the Yankees. But if there's no Major League Baseball, I don't get my Yankees. And that's the part that pisses me off the most. Again, that coupled with being a Knicks fan, a Jets fan, it's like no hope for me. Except and the Mets are going to have a pretty good team. So New York City would have been, I don't know. Because I never bought the shit that the Knicks were the heartbeat of New York. No, they ain't. The Knicks haven't been the heartbeat of New York in 40, 50, 60 years.
Well, maybe the 90s.
Knock it off with that shit, please. And all that nonsense. No, the city revolves around the Yankees.
And the Giants.
Since I was a kid.
But yeah, the Yankees are the number one team in New York City, I would say. And then the Knicks and Giants might be second. And then you got everybody else.
Yep. I would put the Giants, as bad as they play, ahead of the Knicks.
Wow.
Yeah, I would too.
Wow.
Well, not now.
Yeah, now.
Damn.
Well, you know what? I like I said, I give it even between them. But the city does revolve around the Yankees.
Of course, it always has since I was a kid. I mean, you look at we could, let's say all four of us were Giants fans. And we see they're not going nowhere, blah, blah, blah. But we only got to stomach it for 16, 17 games.
Right.
Where in basketball, with their 800-month schedule, and again, me as a Knicks fan, for the last 8 years, I said it before, for the last 8 years, other than last year, I was looking forward to spring training. That shows you how shitty it are. Come on. No. Enough with this shit. Play ball, knock it off. I see they at least up the salary, the minimum salary. They went from $600,000 to $700,000, whatever. It went up $100,000.
Jesus.
But again, it's like we can't even meet halfway no more. And this is a product of our society too, man. We can't meet halfway on shit. So baseball is like a product of the bullshit we're going through in life.
Black at you said as long as they keep Yankee New Era caps, I'll be fine. I don't need to watch baseball that bad.
Black at you.
Exactly.
You're right. And then he also said there should be a salary cap in baseball. There shouldn't be towns and cities fitting the bill for new stadiums and the like for these major league teams.
He's right.
Actually, they do it in some of the other sports too. The towns and cities actually have been paying for stadiums to be built.
Stadiums.
But when you look at what he's saying about not just flipping the bill, I forgot what year it was, guys, when the Kansas City Royals won the World Series, when they beat the Mets, actually.
Right. Yep. Remember? 2015.
The Yankees should have got a ring. The Yankees, the Dodgers, the Red Sox, they all should have got a ring because they helped field that team. You're spending $100,000 on a fucking 25-man roster, and the Yankees and everybody else are pitching in $2.1 million. So they should have got a ring. That part is a little sickening too. But hey, you know what? It was designed to make it a little more competitive. I get it, I do. But then you bring this shit back in, and this is where you lose me. You just, not as a fan, like I said, I'm gonna watch baseball, but you lose me with this. You've done so many steps, and now you want to take 2 steps backwards. I don't get it, because R's right. They've probably lost tons of fans since the last lockout.
Yeah.
People just got fed up. And now you look at where we're at in the world now with COVID, people losing jobs, the economy is going belly up. We're at 7.5%. You know, everything's going up, and y'all are bitching over $2.5 million. You lose fans like that. You know, this is the real world we're living in. Y'all ain't living in it, but hey, this might be the hardest one,
it is. There's no question about it. You know what I'm saying, Dom? There's no question about it. It's the hardest one.
Well, then you got the flip side of that too. I mean, I'm a baseball fan, but I believe that people should be compensated for the sacrifices that they make to get to that point. And if you are, you know, if you're there, you're entertaining the fans are coming out to see you, and the team is making, you know, exponentially more than what they're paying you, like, why shouldn't you get a bigger salary? Like, why should you sit back and it's like if you should be paid $5 million except 2.5? Why?
Right, and then they sort of hold baseball players hostage.
Right.
On what is it? Your time served. You go to arbitration, maybe 1 or 2 times, and then you can become a free agent.
Listen, I'm the owner. Bottom line, fuck all that shit. I'm the goddamn owner. Okay, you get paid what you gonna get paid. You're getting paid good goddamn money. I'm just saying. I'm the owner. I am the owner. That means I'm getting the lion's share of profits. I own the team and you. What the fuck? What do you want?
So does
50-50?
So does the plantation. So does the plantation
you know what?
owner.
It is what it is. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I'm the fucking owner. Then take your ass.
What product do you have?
Take your ass somewhere else. Go somewhere else. If you don't want to be owned or get out the game.
What product do you have?
And go work at Home Depot for $17, $18 an hour and be happy with that.
As
okay?
the owner, what product do you have?
Whatever. I don't care. I am the fucking owner. I own your ass. That's it.
To R's case, not as dramatic, but
please don't encourage him, Dom. Don't encourage him.
No, I'm not. We got to get off the plantation thing. I'm trying to get R off the bus a little bit.
But he's the one that brought the plantation talk in here.
What R is saying is absolutely correct, because this is what you bargain for. You bargain for, okay, if I play for R's team, he's a stern owner, he's going to pay me for my worth. Well, when my time is up, you have an opportunity to go sell your soul or your talents to another team.
There you go.
Why do I have to be held hostage as an owner?
Right.
Let's look at it this way, guys. When we talk about the astronomical contract, only the elite are getting that. So if you're Mark Cunningham and you're the, let's say, 12th player on the bench and you're making $3.2 million a year, I mean, I'm not telling you to go to Home Depot like, I'm just saying, you're making a damn good living to be a utility player. We have to separate the Mike Trouts with the Joe Bobby on the Mets. That's the 12th guy, and they've done that. Mike Trout in Bishop's world, he's getting his worth because that's what he's worth. Now to R, that might be a little too damn much money. I would say it too. As much as I like these guys, I think $25-30 million a year is a lot of damn money.
Word. But
that being said, you have an opportunity to go somewhere else if I don't want to pay you. I'm not going to go belly up. I will put a product on the field. See the Kansas City Royals. Because R's cheap ass making people leave, he's still raking in billions of dollars as a Yankee owner, and he's still paying the Kansas City Royals. So where does this line get a little, closer to reality, if I could say that? Because it's not in reality now, guys. The shit is totally out of control between the owners, the salaries, the itching and the bitching. And I'm paying you $28 million a year, and then the next year you hit 230.
Yeah.
And I ain't supposed to say nothing.
Right.
But I own the team. And
exactly.
in Bishop's world, I'm still making money. Well, damn it, that's why I bought the team.
Right.
Not lose money.
So then the flip side of that is, how much is enough money for the owners? Because you ain't losing no money with a franchise.
How much? It's as much money. It's as much money as I want to make.
Okay,
what are you talking about?
And the players can feel the same way. And the players can feel the same way.
No, they can't.
The product that you putting out there, is not your ownership of the team. The product that you putting out there is the players. That's the commodity.
Right. That's what my boy on my page, my man Terrence from Tilden, he said without the product, the owners have empty stadium.
Exactly.
But
exactly.
There's a flip side to that too, guys. Come on.
There's a flip side to everything. Jesus.
Because if I didn't own the team, who you playing for?
Whoever else owns it.
Well, then that means you go
play for
somewhere
another
else.
team.
Like R just said, Home Depot, the Kansas City Royals, the Seattle Mariners. You go somewhere else because no matter how much money I'm making, I'm still paying for said product. It's not like I own a team and I don't have no players and I expect to make $2.3 billion. I'm still paying these salaries.
You know what I'd like to see, Dom? I'd like to see all these detractors of what I said actually own a fucking team and then get back to me.
Well, one of the things that you would probably have to understand too is like, so for every dollar that the owners are paying out in salary, how much are they making? For every dollar that they pay out, how much are they making? So if I pay you as a utility player $2.5 million, and of that $2.5 million, I'm making $7.5 million, what would you say as a player? Shouldn't you be paying me more?
No, I would say this individual.
Good God.
This individual had the nerve in today's society to invest his money in said product. Now, I invested my money in said product. I'm paying said players, but now you're mad at how much money I'm making because I own the product.
No, I'm not.
Bank, put it this way, Bishop. Would you go to the bank right now and put $100,000 in the bank in a savings account with 0 interest? No. You wouldn't do that.
But I'm not saying I'm not upset about how much money the owners are making. I'm just saying that even if they paid the players, it still wouldn't put them in harm's way financially, is what I'm saying.
But that's what they're in for, Bishop. They obviously bought the team to make money. I mean, the Clippers are a great example.
Yes.
This guy bought it for $1 billion. See, look at what Jack Asher said. I'd gladly pay $2 billion.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at what this guy, I keep forgetting his name. The guy that owns the Clippers.
The new guy or the old guy?
Steve Ballmer.
He invested something $1 billion in the Clippers. And they got to the conference finals one time.
Right.
Now, of course, he made money. Don't get me wrong. But that was the goal. You don't buy something to lose money. You're not going to go spend $80,000 on a Mercedes-Benz and then 2 weeks later it's worth $10,000. No, you invest in that Mercedes-Benz.
I just don't understand how that gets lost in translation. I just don't get it.
My friend Terrence said, greed the American way. So who's greedy? The players, the owners, or both of them greedy?
What's that again? Greedy. They are both greedy. Yeah. They're both greedy. I will say that. They are both greedy. But God damn it, again, I go back to my original point. They are the owners. They own the team. They own the franchise.
So in this situation, you're pro for the owners and con for the players, or is it a mixture?
You know what? It's a mixture, but I will say this: the players are pissing me off a little bit more because, you know, you want. Well, here's a thought, and this is gonna sound really fucked up. Okay, this is a disclaimer.
Don't hold back. Don't hold back, please.
No, I'm not going to. But I'm just saying, here's a fucking thought. Why don't you invest the money that you have? Okay, maybe save some money instead of spending it on bullshit or tricking or, you know, making it rain in a fucking club. You might have some money left over, and you might not be so goddamn greedy and trying to go after a fucking 150, 200% raise. Screw that shit. No. I'm not letting these motherfuckers off the hook. Fuck that shit.
And look at Black Addict. He said, "Put me on the Brewers for $2.5 million. I would dust
what I'm
off
saying?
home plate after every at bat because I know that team ain't making it to the playoffs."
And he's right. Now again, Black Atcher may be cracking jokes,
Right.
but I'm assuming, I don't know this guy.
Mhm.
He's looking at it.
We do.
He's looking at it as a normal person in society.
Come
And
on.
this is how I started. This is where you start to lose people. Because Black Atcher is willing to leave his job wherever he works to go dust off a plate for $2.5 million. He
Right.
ain't asking for a raise. He ain't asking for a special warm-up jacket. I will dust the plate for $2.5 million. I don't know Black Atcher, but I'm pretty sure he's not making $2.5 million. So I'm assuming his gist is you're making money to play a game where I'm busting my ass to earn a living.
Right.
This is where I keep saying this is where society, especially now, guys, with inflation up, the price of gas, the price of bread, because some Americans are so ignorant that they'll hear, oh, inflation is 7.5% and leave it at that. They don't realize that 7.5% is everything you're buying.
Right. And our brother is a business owner.
Yes.
There you go.
I was gonna say, you got baseball players, I think in all sports, when they travel, they get a per diem, they get meal money.
Yeah.
Your hotel is paid for.
The flight.
The flights are paid for.
So what are you hurting for?
Yeah,
what are you hurting for?
That's part of the business. Like that.
Right. When you travel
whatever
with the team, you know, y'all get on the team bus, you getting driven to the stadium unless you happen to, that might be your hometown or whatever, so you break away and do what you do, but come on, y'all.
And you're wearing Oz uniforms that he bought and paid for. So you're not even paying to get dressed to go to work. We provided you that, which is petty in this world we're talking. But I understand where Oz coming from. Not, like I said, not as harsh as R. I don't want to sound like we're back in the 1800s.
Yes.
But said,
Thank you, Black Atcher.
I'll
Exactly.
give you an example, guys, without going off the cuff. When I was in the service and I traveled, I got travel pay, I got per diem. You think I was eating $115 a day? No. So what did I do? Took the government's money, put it in the bank. I went and got me some wings, a little breakfast, and I was banking $75 a day.
Right.
Yeah, but you guys are talking.
A rental car.
You guys are talking about this, approaching this from where you are in life as opposed to where these guys are in life.
Right.
So
and
it's
that's
like
if you are Bishop, I understand you work with money, right?
Yeah.
Or you work with numbers.
Yeah, but it's
so go ahead.
The thing too is like even at your job, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you had access to all of the money that your company made, and you see, okay, well, if the bottom line is the company is making this, and they basically pimping me out and only paying me this, you would feel a way about it if you had access to that stuff. If you were working as a contractor, security, whatever, and they paying you $12 an hour or $20 an hour, but they billing the company $50 an hour and paying you $20. Wouldn't you feel a way about that? You would say, oh, well, you know what? I'm working here. They pay me $20.
Actually, that number is even worse. It's like 70-30.
But
right. And it's like, if you, and now you know what the pot is. You have a good idea of what the pot is. And you saying, I'm not asking you to break the bank. I'm just asking you to pay me a little bit more equitably. The lower level players. I'm just asking you to pay me a little bit more equitably. Now, you can say 2.5 is a lot of money. You can say 2.5 is a lot of money, but they're not living like how we live.
But they're living that way, Bishop, because R is willing to pay them that way.
Right.
You're making a big sacrifice. You're making a big sacrifice. It just ain't all fun and games when there's a lot that goes into professional sports. There's a lot that goes into it that we don't see.
It's still.
Well, yeah.
Again, Bishop,
Dude.
you took it, and I don't want to sound this way. Even the security guard, and even a Major League Baseball player, you chose this path. So you knew what you was getting into when you chose said path. Now, if R's saying $2.5 million for the 13th guy on the end of the bench, that's part of the route you took. Now, unless you become Mike Trout or one of these, what we call superstars, bets, okay, then now I'm going to have to pay you more because he has the talent to go somewhere else and demand more money.
Right.
But R still has the option to say, that's a little too much for me.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, but if you didn't have the talent, you wouldn't be in Major League Baseball. It's not like they just picking up random dudes off the street. Like, so if you weren't talented,
why am I gonna pay somebody $2.5 million to hit 210?
Yeah.
You understand? And be non-productive, a defensive specialist. I could get that from the minor leagues. Okay, I could bring somebody up from the fucking minor leagues, pay him half that if I want to.
Actually, a minor leaguer probably makes, depending on where they were drafted, and if they got a bonus when they got drafted, that dude's making six figures.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
You understand what I'm saying? So why would come on? This is. I'm sorry. I don't have. I'm not sympathetic to these players' ears like that. I'm not.
Yeah, because you're approaching it from like as if you were in their shoes, and I'm like, if this is something that you sacrifice for,
I'm approaching it because my eyes are open. I'm looking at the situation.
If this is something that you sacrifice for, and you have put your blood, sweat, and tears into this, getting to this level, then it's like, well, why should you accept short when you know that it's more money is available for you? Why should you accept the short?
That's
not right.
Yourself short, Bishop. Not to be.
That's not right.
So if you had the opportunity to make, if they were paying you 2.5 and you had the opportunity to make 5, and you know they could pay you 5, you wouldn't want the 5. You would say, well, I'm taking the 2.5 because it's better than nothing, even though I know you could pay me double. Even though I know
it's sort of like this. Remember the 1986 Mets when they won the World Series. One of the catalysts for that team, Ray Knight, he was near the end of his career. He had a great World Series, a good season for us. The Mets try to lowball him. He said, "Listen, all I want is $1 million." They were like, "We're giving you $700,000." He was like, "Give me $1 million," and y'all got that. They was like, "Nah." So he left, and the Mets from there went downhill.
But where did he go? But the thing I want to get at, not to be R's attorney, but to Bishop, there's levels to talent. Again,
that's true.
You got your. Like, I hate to keep using Trout, but it's the easiest example because he's one of the highest paid players. You have your Trouts. Then you have the guys that R is questioning paying $2.5 million. I didn't hear R say, I would cut Trout's pay. No, there's levels to this talent, no matter what you think you deserve. Rodney's going to look at the numbers and say, you hit 230. You ain't worth $5 million. You ain't worth $5 million on no team hitting 230. But I will give you this option. This is R. Jones talking. I will give you this option. Go somewhere else and see if you'll get twice what you was getting last year to hit 220.
So you want me to go? You want me to go test the market?
Exactly. And baseball, thank God, Kurt Flood. Thank God they created that system where if Mark and Bishop's not happy with what R's offering them, then they have a chance to look elsewhere. We're not stymieing you. R's not saying, if you don't play for me, you can't play for nobody else in Major League Baseball. No, R's saying, I don't want to pay you that, so go see what you can get.
But I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding this, but aren't they trying to just raise the base level of pay?
They just did. They went up only $100,000.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's
the minimum salary. Mr.
But I'm just saying,
a 27 player on the team.
2.5 is the minimum salary. Huh?
he's making about $1 million, and he's barely going to play. So they
Right.
did do that. They raised that. So now they're still arguing over nickels and pennies, and I'm like R. Not as dramatic, but I think that both of y'all are making enough damn money. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah.
You're both making enough damn money.
Meet somewhere in the middle. Meet somewhere in the middle. Meet somewhere in the middle then.
Right.
Meet some.
Let's move on a little. Great conversation, fellas. Staying in the lane of baseball, Derek Jeter stepping down as Miami Marlins CEO, and he had 4% ownership as a shareholder. What are you guys' thoughts?
Derek Jeter said, "The hell with this. If we're not trying to spend no goddamn money to improve this team and make strides to get a better product on the field, I'm out of here. I don't want to be part of this trash.
Exactly.
I don't want my name attached to this trash."
Yeah. Here's the Marlins record since he's been attached to them. 63-98. Ooh. 57 wins and 105 losses. 67-95. And during the COVID season, they made the playoffs going a hot, sizzling 31-29. And mind you, they sold off a lot of players. The most they tried to spend, like they spent money on players, but they didn't spend a lot. They spent like the most $65 million for a couple of years on another player. They let Giancarlo Stanton leave, Christian Yelich, JT Realmuto, Marcell Ozuna. So he's smart for leaving now. It's a lockout. You know what?
Oh Lord. Crazy, man.
So he basically saying, you guys sold me one thing, and this is what it is. This is what you is right here. Yeah.
Right. He has a contentious relationship with the person who put up the most money.
Wow.
What's this dude's name?
Bruce
Sherman.
Yeah, but
Bruce Sherman is the owner.
Yeah, that is that's
he's the person who put up the most money.
I'm saying that's personal feelings. That ain't got no place in business. You wouldn't give up your ownership stake because you don't like if I was in business and I didn't like R, I'm not gonna give up my money because I don't like R. It's like, we're just gonna have to learn how to coexist.
Right.
And you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not gonna let that impact my money. That's emotional.
Not to mention,
I think Jeter put up about 100 to 200 million of his own money. The Marlins
so he lost money. So he lost money.
I don't know. I don't know his numbers from the 4% because, but maybe he did because the Marlins are traditionally nobody in Miami goes to watch baseball games.
No.
The previous owner, Jeffrey Lawyer, was cheap.
Yeah.
They were sold for $1.2 billion. Dom would know. How many times have the Marlins won the World Series? Twice. And what did they do each time they won the World Series? They sold all the players.
Yeah, the yard sale. Yeah. Let's not forget one thing. Let's not forget one thing, guys. Derek Jeter, Yankee, I love him, but he has an ego. Let's just keep it real. He has an ego. He became Derek Jeter. So now does he feel like the Derek Jeter is being tarnished and maybe sort of, or just in order to save face, maybe we'll hear the stories down the road, the truth and nothing but the truth. But is he just bailing out to save face? And maybe one day he'll come clean and say, yeah, they were some cheap bastards. They didn't really want to put a winning product on the field. We couldn't draw people, So
well, he's all but said that. He said he wanted to spend. He said he was under the assumption that they were going to put money towards putting a good product on the field.
And even with that being said, guys, again, the Marlins won 2 World Series. They weren't making money when they won it because they can't draw no people. You've tried everything you could. You brought in a Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter, if y'all remember, he was going around talking to fans, having town hall meetings, trying to lure people to the game.
Yeah.
They just weren't coming. And they had a pretty good team last year. They played good ball in early in the year, but they still weren't drawing nobody. You go build this $2 zillion ballpark with a fish tank in the outfield, and you still couldn't get nobody to come to the game.
Well, let me ask y'all this. We've all been to Miami, well, at least I have. When you go to Miami, what do? Are you going to a baseball game?
No.
Are you going to the beach? You going to party and you going up Collins Avenue to shop?
Might go to a Heat game.
That's different.
Might go check out a Heat game.
That's different.
You ain't gonna go sit out in the blazing hot sun to watch a baseball game. And I gotta think, like, even though people are not coming to the games, it's like I'm sure that their revenue streams substantiate. Like,
they made
the
money. They make money.
Yeah.
They're making money, but they're not making money. Not like the Yankees.
They're making money. Yeah. They're making money because they refuse to pay people. Now that's a prime example of what Bishop was talking about 15 minutes ago. That's a good example of Rodney Jones saying, "Fuck y'all, I'm gonna pay y'all $10." No, they're an example of what Bishop was talking about. They're not the norm in baseball. But that being said, they've done everything they can to not to take the Marlins side. But they've done everything they can. They put a retractable dome where if it's too hot, they can close the dome, put the air conditioner on. We all know it's fucking storms in Florida every other day in the summer.
Yep.
So now they did that. If you're putting on the field, I don't care if you got a retractable dome or a stadium you could pick up and move to Buffalo. If you're not putting a product on the field, then God bless you, man. God bless you to think about all the money you invested, the city, the counties, to help build these stadiums under the auspices that they would get something back, and they will somewhere down the road. But they did all the right steps. Put a good product on the field.
No.
Let me just say this. They ranked last in the National League in attendance. Average regular season home attendance for the Miami Marlins was a shade under 8,000 fans.
Damn.
Y'all ain't getting nobody.
Now
do us college basketball game.
Do us a favor, Mark, while you're in there and while we're talking. The Tampa Bay Rays, who put a good product on the field, they don't draw that well either.
No, they do not.
They've been catching lightning in a bottle with their farm system, and granted, they've done that, and they've been very competitive. They've actually been a thorn in the Yankee side for years now. But they're another team. It's that Florida thing. It's a college state, college towns, and the pro thing. And let's be honest, you got people coming to Miami Heat games in the second quarter, leaving in the third quarter, depending on what team they're playing. And ironically, to Bishop's point, I will be at the Knicks game on the 25th in Miami. They asked me to come do something with some AAU teams, talk to the kids, but I get to go to the game because they're gonna have it in the stadium. Yeah, and they're playing the Knicks. Ain't that some shit? Oh God, I might not even wear my Knicks hat. No.
Ain't nobody gonna attack you. You ain't in Philly.
What are the Rays draw, Mark?
Similar. They ranked 28th in the league and a shade under 8,000 people.
And they've been to the ALCS, the World Series, and they're drawing 9,000 people a night. Really? I don't know how they're doing it, but at least they put a competitive product on the field. I'll give them that. And they've given up talent and still remain competitive.
Right. He's back. He's back. Your mic is live, Reggie. You're back.
Team light skin.
Yep.
Hey, yo. Steph Curry in the building.
Yo, let's move on a little bit. getting to some NFL. I got some numbers. As
Oh,
I'm
y'all get
introducing
started.
this, I'm gonna give y'all some.
Let me say good night.
There he is.
Yeah.
All right, Big
Don't
Dom.
run, Dom. Don't run.
No, I don't talk football, man. I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys, man. Thanks, Reg.
We appreciate you,
Yes, sir.
bro.
All
Thank
good,
you for
brother.
supporting us and rolling with us.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be here either, because I don't want to talk about that guy.
What guy?
Get
What guy?
it all out, man. Get all the emotion out, man.
No, I'm just saying that guy.
What guy?
What guy?
This guy. Should the New York Giants, and let me
come
finish
on.
my little
Are you
soliloquy.
serious?
Let me get the numbers out. Should the New York Giants give Daniel Jones his 5th-year option? If they give him the 5th-year option, hold on. Let me finish. If they give him the 5th-year option, it will be $22 million. If they tag him, it'll be $28 million. And if they sign him, they sign him. They have the option to give him an extension. Go ahead, get it all out. I know you have to get it all out.
Hell no. He ain't showing us nothing for how many years he's been in the league?
4 years. 3 years.
Damn,
3 years. This will be his 4th year.
3 years of nothing. Bye.
Pretty much. Pretty much. See what you can get. See what you can get on the open market.
Absolutely.
Sayonara. It's like garbage.
Wow.
Black actually is cold at night.
I see.
He said, give him a coupon for some McNuggets and a Big Mac. He has to pay for the soda.
I love it.
And maybe even a bus ticket back to wherever he got to go.
Well, yep.
No, give him a one-way ticket back to Duke.
It's laughable. This is very laughable to me, because I'm like, dude, just let his ass go. Let him play out the string.
Right.
You understand? And call it a day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The general manager was being politically correct in saying that, we'll bring him back. We're not gonna,
he's the QB of the moment.
Yeah, we haven't done right by him. All this other blather and nonsense talk coming out of his mouth.
Whoa! We haven't done right by him. Meaning what? Like,
no, he's right in that regard.
He is right in that regard. They haven't set him up for success, is what I'm saying.
Dude.
Hey,
yo, just throw the ball. Stop fumbling. Stop. What's success? The success is your quarterback. Throw the ball. That's the success.
Well, I get where they're coming from with that. Because, hey, number one, you don't have an offensive line. Quarterback can't throw the ball if you got defensive linebackers hanging on you. I get that. I understand that part. But even when they wasn't hanging on him, he still wasn't throwing the ball good.
Exactly.
Yeah, he was still garbage.
Well, I'm in agreement with y'all, but
right. Mm-hmm.
But continue, R. What R was saying is correct. Let him play out the year, and then you let him go.
So improve. That's it. This is like the verification, the final verification of what we already know.
I don't need any more verification.
I'm just saying, no, but I know you don't need it. I know you
I don't need any more
personally. I get it.
So
I know he is Bishop, who we thought he was. He is who we thought he was.
Right, but
for
Bishop,
sure.
say he plays a little better. If they fix the offensive line and the sun and moon stars align and Allah, Jehovah, and they all shine their light on him and he plays decently, you still let him go, or do you give him a cap friendly contract, or you just let him go?
No,
cut your losses.
I'm done. I would be happy with a mediocre quarterback that's consistent. That's consistent, and you don't have to be. You just have to be consistent. Eli Manning manned that position just being consistent. Wasn't didn't have a great arm. He just manned it, just being consistent. Daniel Jones is consistently inconsistent.
Well, let me throw something. let me throw something at you guys real quick. And especially you, Bishop. You said somebody consistent. the draft, this upcoming draft this year, doesn't really have any lights out quarterback prospect. Okay, what are we gonna do? Free agency? I mean, what's really out there? You know what I'm saying? So the Giants are in a precarious position, to me, anyway. In regards to this, if you want to try to replace Daniel Jones, where are some viable, really good, consistent options? Where are they? To me, they don't exist in the next couple of years.
So then you say get a young quarterback in there, somebody that you can groom, somebody that his time is
I mean,
past.
they
His
have.
time is past.
What do you think about Jake Fromm? They have him.
Who?
His backup.
Yeah, his backup, Jake Fromm. Exactly.
Who? Who?
Jake Fromm. You heard me. Fromm with the extra M.
Yeah.
Get one of these quarterbacks. Get one of these young dudes who can run, throw the ball. Who's the new age quarterback.
I'm gonna tell you who they should get.
Get a couple of those.
Right. There is one guy that I can think of. The backup.
Who?
That's the backup on the Ravens.
Awesome.
That brother.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't
What
think
about
they're gonna
this
let
name?
him go.
What about this name? He worked with the coach, Mitchell Trubisky.
I've heard this. Probably.
I think Trubisky.
It's a lateral move, bro.
I think he was it has to be a lateral move. He should be a backup because he played under a bad coach, that bad coach sabotaged him. And I'm not a super Trubisky fan, but he would be a band-aid till we
get
a quarterback and groom a quarterback.
I've heard this. You know, this is true. Yep. Well, I don't know. Anybody else?
Give Daniel Jones his walking papers. Don't give him anything. That's what they should give him.
Hilarious.
It's like, yo, you know
Sure,
what?
they got somebody on the practice squad better than this dude.
Yeah.
I just named him.
Yeah, Jake Fromm. And y'all was like, who? What?
Nah, I wouldn't even. It's like, yo.
The same way when they picked Daniel Jones in the draft. So,
hey, that was your man, Ghetto.
Yeah.
Being cute.
He was an idiot. For that.
The Giants need a fresh start. They got a new GM, new coach.
He's killing me tonight.
Exactly.
Tebow or what's the dude from Cleveland Browns?
Who?
Not Baker Mayfield. Oh, you mean show me the money, Johnny Manziel?
Johnny Manziel, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
He's even better than Daniel Jones.
Well, first we gotta find Johnny. Johnny might be on some crank right now, or sniffing something, or got a needle around.
Yeah, hanging out with Delonte West.
The Giants can bring back Geno Smith. Okay.
Geno is good. Geno was in Seattle. Geno actually played well.
Yeah, he did.
He played okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But my thing with I didn't get, because we weren't doing the show, we were doing it inconsistently.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to throw my jabs at Ghetto Dumb. This fool actually said after he signed Odell Beckham, I didn't pay him to trade him. What did he do next? He traded him. He also said he said we was gonna get hog mollies. You had 4 years. I ain't seen a hog. I seen one hog molly.
Right.
And that's the offensive tackle, Andrew. That's the offensive tackle.
Right.
He's killing me.
I had to put that up there. Sorry. It was hilarious.
Gettleman tried to get cute.
Well,
Gettleman always had that smug look, and he set us back.
Mm-hmm.
And they got a big hole to dig themselves out of.
Well, remember, the thing that I get with Gettleman, I'll never forget that, is to change the culture. That's what it was. And he changed the culture for the worse. Yeah, it changed it for the worse. Because it's not good at all. It stinks. The product stinks. He came and just pulled down his pants, his underwear, and shit it all over that product.
Oh,
You
jeez.
understand? Well, I'm just saying. That's what he did.
God. Like,
I'm sorry to put that image in your head.
ladies and gentlemen, this is, I mean, this is references to, it's like, yo, fantasies and whatever.
No, it's not fantasies.
Yeah.
That's what he did. That's what
What's
he
going
did.
on? Like any other analogy, but you had to choose that one.
Okay, he literally defecated on this organization. Is that better?
I'm just saying, we're like loose tonight.
We have to.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I've been up for 15, 16 hours, okay? So sorry if I'm not being politically correct.
So we are all in agreement. No fifth-year option for you.
No
tag.
not.
What? 28 million? He about to Kirk Cousins this.
No.
Word. Oh shit. Exactly.
If they tag him, they're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably won't. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on.
Yes, sir.
Canelo Alvarez.
Oh, okay.
Canelo.
Okay.
Canelo Alvarez.
You know, just when I thought I could give this guy respect, just when I thought I could say, okay, you know what? Maybe Canelo is boxing. Maybe he is who they want to put out there as this ultra, uber fighter. You understand? And I was like, giving him a little credit, right? But this fight deal, like avoiding cats, I can't respect this dude at all. I can't. Why of all the Bivol thing bothers me, but not as much as another go round with Triple G, 40-year-old Triple G. Really? To me, this whole pound for pound thing, that like you're the number one pound for pound in boxing, it's an insult to pound for pound. It's an actual insult to me. You know what I mean? I don't think. No. If you're who you say you are, if you're the supposed alleged king of boxing, you need to fight the best. Period. End of story. There's no discussion for anything else. Fight the best competition. Why are you fighting a damn near 40-year-old bum? Okay, and make no mistake, he is a bum. Even in his prime, Triple G was a bum. I'm not trying to hear anything else. Okay, he made his money and he made his resume just like how Deontay Wilder, remember that guy, made his resume by fighting what? Street vendors, cab drivers, and barbers. Word.
and fruit stand owners. and the brothers along Jamaica Ave that wait.
Exactly.
The day laborers.
Yep. That's how he built his resume. What?
So he's fighting Uber drivers too?
Exactly. You can include them as well. He is a bum and been a bum. I don't care what anybody says. So you're going to try to cement your legacy by fighting a bum, a 40-year-old one at that? Are you serious? Instead of taking on real competitive fights? Yo, I can't respect you, dude. I don't care. I have no respect for that brother. None.
You got black at you crying.
What's the brothers on YouTube that's doing all the fighting? He would stood a better chance fighting one of them.
Oh, exactly. You mean the backyard fight?
Backyard fighting.
Yeah, them dudes.
It's ridiculous.
Listen, I think Canelo is one of the more talented boxers. I will say that. He is. But I can't rock out with the Triple G fight.
Come on.
We had a discussion last night and this morning with a brother on Twitter. Homie. No bueno, homie. No. No.
That was hilarious. Hilarious.
Like Carl, our brother Carl said, in our text group, he said that guys like Charlo and Plant should all fight each other. I agree with that. instead of trying to wait for Canelo or Triple G, because Triple G has avoided the middleweight division as well. He hasn't fought any of those guys that have just come up.
No.
In fact, Triple G hasn't fought in like 2 years.
Right.
So
You're picking a safe fight.
Can you really say he has fought?
If you're smart,
really say he's ever fought?
Right.
And he has a limited resume of good guys he's fought.
They choose the same.
Canelo's gonna knock Triple G out within 6 rounds.
They choose the same. They choose the same opponents for Triple G, guys with no power, who he can just walk through, and wear down.
There you go.
Right.
So it's like it ain't like, and it was the product that they were putting out there.
Yep.
Triple G is not really a good fighter because when he fought somebody, and Canelo is like taking it easy. Like I don't even think he's putting out what he's really capable of doing because there's really nobody up there that's gonna.
Right.
He's taking it easy.
Well, Bishop, you admit you admit that he's a solid boxer, isn't he?
Right.
Who, Canelo?
Skill set wise.
Canelo.
Yes.
Yo, Canelo is the truth. He's the truth, and he got better after he fought Floyd.
Right. I agree.
He got much better. Like his boxing skill set, like he got much better. And it's just like, yo, you could see, you could see him setting up stuff. You could see him like waiting for the person to do. Oh, I was waiting for you to do that right there. Let me get you right here, and now I'm just gonna get you out of here.
But this is why. See what you just said, Bishop. Not to interject, but you see what you just said. This is why I'm so disappointed in him. That's the exact reason why I'm so disappointed because
Well,
you got.
fight?
I don't fight Don't fight Triple G.
Well, that's a big draw. That's a big draw.
That's an insult. That's an insult. That's an insult. That's like me taking candy from a baby. That's an insult, dude. It doesn't make any sense.
All 3 of those fights were boring.
Trash.
Because you can obviously see that the skill set, Canelo's skill set is much higher than Triple G's, and it's like Triple G. It's like, dude.
And
I agree with you. He's gonna get knocked out.
But you asked me earlier, not too long ago, who's he gonna fight? There's guys to fight. He's avoiding a division for Christ's sake. There's guys to fight. Come on, dude. He's looking mad weak right now. He's looking mad weak. I'm sorry. I gotta call like I said. He's looking mad weak right now.
What's he doing? What everybody else is doing?
Well,
that's the thing.
I think I said this to somebody on Twitter. The loss, people hold losses in high demand like it'll break your brand. Instead of me and R fighting and we fight a good fight and R might beat me, but I put up a good fight and it was a great fight. So we do it again, and maybe this time I beat R and we had another great fight. Those 2 Triple G fights with Canelo were boring as hell. Neither one of them fought like how they fight against other people. But I think Canelo, now that Triple G is older, he's gonna wear his ass out in 6 rounds.
Maybe he's doing him a favor. I don't know.
Well, it's also Triple G's last fight for DAZN. He signed like a 6-year deal, 6-fight deal. Excuse me.
Wait, 6 fights after this one?
No. This is the last fight on his deal, which was for 6 fights.
Okay, got it. I was about to say, really, yo?
That's bad money if they sign him to a 6-fight deal.
I was about to lose my dinner. I was like, yo, seriously? What the?
And he's gonna beat Bivol. He's gonna knock Dmitry out in probably 8 rounds, maybe to go the distance. Because Bivol is a solid boxer. He doesn't have a lot of power, and that stays true to what Bishop said 10 minutes ago. Triple G and Canelo pick guys who aren't punchers.
Right.
Certainly Triple G.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Canelo. Listen, Canelo's taking some. He's fought some solid guys. Triple G, not so much.
I already told y'all he's bum juice. Period.
Triple G.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when he was on the come
Hell
up,
yeah.
they marketed him like like he's
Well,
impenetrable.
don't say
He's
market.
got
They protected him.
well, I mean, protected, marketed, whatever. That's how he was able to get that build up,
Right.
the hype. And
Exactly.
it's like though, like if you fought somebody that was able to give you what you given, you certainly would not be
Right. So
looking as good.
Right.
So fight a Charlo, fight a Plant. There's a couple other dudes at middleweight. Fight one of them, but nah, you two dudes, especially Canelo.
For Canelo? Who for Canelo?
Canelo running up between 175, 168, and 160. Somebody's gonna catch that ass.
Yo,
maybe not in these next 3 fights, because he hasn't picked a third fight.
What I'm saying,
but
you think one of the Charlos would be able to? I don't know.
Not beat him, but it'd be a good fight.
Right.
Well,
They hold their own for a little while.
Yeah,
for a little while.
He ain't trying. He's not. What's up with Andrade? What's up with that? What's up with that? How come you ain't knocking on his door, Canelo?
You don't want to get hit.
He don't want to get the. See, he's. It's not a good look. I said this on Twitter. I was like, when I see shit like this, when you sign a deal like this, and I have the names of the fighters, the boxers you're supposed to be facing. It's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? That tells me everything I need to know. Tells me everything I need to know about this dude. You know what I'm saying? His character, his courage. Yeah, I said it. Add all that shit up. It tells me everything I need to know about this guy. You know, you want to fight me? I don't drive cabs and shit, but I ain't, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Don't do it to yourself.
No, I mean, you're in that lane. I'm just like, yo, come on. You're fighting people that you have no business fighting and looking for a cheap, quick win. You might as well fight me too. Okay. The fuck?
You don't drive a taxi, but you do take Uber.
Yeah, right.
So
right.
So
Just
he
saying.
won't. Him and Triple G won't fight a Jamal Charlo. They won't fight and Andrade. They won't fight Chris Eubanks Jr. Those are the top guys in the middleweight division.
I don't think Canelo is afraid. I just think it's the path of least resistance. That's all.
It is. You're right.
I think it's the path of least resistance because I
Right.
don't see either one of the Charlos
Right.
beating him. I don't see that.
I mean, I get it. I agree with you. Canelo can definitely probably beat the Charlos. I just think it'd be a better fight than Triple G or this other guy, Bivol.
Then you got to
You
think too. What's the motivation? These fighters now, like before, the motivation used to be like, "Yo, I want to be the best, and I want everybody to know I'm the
Right.
best."
It used to be.
The motivation now.
That I would pay for.
The motivation now is, I just want to survive long enough to make X amount of money. Keep my record unblemished, and hey, my legacy.
Well, fuck his legacy because it's not a legacy. It's not a legacy. That shit is phony as a $3 bill. You understand? It's not a legacy. When you examine the fights, the opponents, and if you have any type of knowledge whatsoever and recognize real, you realize this guy he's a phony. He's a phony. Ain't no damn legacy. You fighting bums. You avoiding divisions. You understand? Your legacy is trash. Period. Trash. You're not getting points for what you did previously when you was fighting Floyd and no, fuck that. If you don't ascend your game after that shit, you're trash. Period. So fuck you and your 3-year or 3-fight $160 million deal. Whatever. Sorry, but not sorry.
Okay. Okay, let's move along to the Gypsy King. Tyson Fury will be defending his heavyweight WBC belt against Dillian Whyte on April 23rd.
I am clapping right now.
That's also his mandatory. Dillian Whyte signed the contract almost at the deadline. I'm not a Dillian Whyte fan. I think Tyson Fury is gonna glass him within. He's gonna glass him. He's gonna glass him.
Exactly. Is that the guy that said that? Was that him?
It's one of them guys.
It was one of those guys. Yeah, he glassed me, mate. I forgot. I think it was that David. What was that guy's name?
Derek Chizola.
Okay. It was Derek Chizola against. Yeah, that shit was hilarious. That sorry that I interrupted, but dude, now see this I can see being as an entertaining fight.
Yeah.
You understand? This is an entertaining fight. That's why I was clapping. I don't know if he'll be clapping, but I was clapping. I was like, yeah. Notice the difference. Okay? I'm just saying. Notice the damn difference. That is something you could say, okay, you know what? I'm going to go get some wings, maybe a few snacks, maybe a 6-pack or whatever you drink.
Some drinks, have the fellas over.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can see that. I just can't see that shit with Triple G against Canelo. Who the fuck's doing that? You know what I'm saying? So, man. Just notice the difference. I'm just saying. This is a better fight. And on April 23rd, right around the corner.
Yeah. I think Tyson Fury's going to win that fight.
No doubt.
He probably will knock Dillian Whyte out. Like I said, I'm not a Dillian Whyte fan. He's a okay heavyweight. It's going to be a lot of shit talking in the build up.
Right. I'm sure. And that's going to be funny.
Yeah. Bishop?
I hate Tyson Fury.
Okay.
Why do you hate Tyson Fury? You beat your man? Beat your man Wilder?
No, I'm not. I hate Wilder even worse. It's like the heavyweight division is trash. The heavyweight division is trash.
So you an AJ guy?
No. The heavyweight division is trash. The whole heavyweight division. I'm waiting for like a real heavyweight fighter to come out. Somebody that's just.
You mean somebody who's a great boxer and doesn't have a glass jaw? Like all of them have flaws.
Come in with skill set and just like, yo, you know what? I'm clearing out the deck. All y'all holding on to stuff that belongs to me.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Wow.
Excuse me.
But wait. Bishop, Fury doesn't have a skill set?
Dude, stop.
I'm just saying.
Like I said, I'm waiting for a real heavyweight fighter to come out.
AJ doesn't have a skill set?
I'm waiting for a real heavyweight fighter to come out.
He started to sound like Marshawn Lynch now, you know?
Oh my God. Yo, he killing me tonight. He said Tyson Fury looks like an athletic Homer Simpson.
Oh, come on, man. Leave Tyson Fury alone, Black Atcher. Leave that dude alone, man. He may look like that. Yeah, I will admit he does kind of look like him. But at least he has some skills, man. You know? At least he got some skills.
Reggie, you want to add anything? Okay, got you, brother.
Reggie's just chilling. He's like, okay, I'm just...
I've given up on boxing.
You give it. Well, that's it. He's
a long time ago.
I hear you. I get it. I understand.
I'm just here to show support.
We appreciate. We appreciate.
I'm looking forward to a good fight, like you said. Get me some brewskis.
Yeah, you can do that.
If you're looking forward to a good fight, don't watch that.
Oh man. Compared to the other one, I'm not watching for sure.
But not just the fight, just the theatrics. Both of these dudes love to talk pounds and pounds of caca. So
I'm willing to. You know what? I'm gonna place a bet right now. I am willing to bet that this fight is gonna be more exciting than you think it will be. I'm willing to bet that. This is not gonna be a snooze fest. No. And from what Mac is saying, from what Mac is saying, the theatrics is gonna be hype. I think
Oh,
the
I
action.
can't wait to the lead up to the
Yeah,
fight. The presses.
it's gonna be hype. The press is gonna be hype. I think the action in the ring will be very good. You understand? So I think this fight will surprise a lot of people. So when it goes down, we'll definitely we'll come back to it. You know, but I'm willing to bet it's gonna be entertaining for sure. I think you guys are gonna be surprised.
I guess I would be.
Yeah.
I'll hear about it. You'll have to tell me about it.
I will. Trust me, we will.
You have to tell me about it. It's like I watched him fight, and it's just like, yeah, both of you guys are shitty.
I think you'll be. I think you're gonna be shocked. Yeah.
He said they're both shitty. Wow.
Yeah, I say the same thing. I don't think Tyson Fury's shitty like that. But that's your opinion.
That's the only thing that you have. That's the only thing that you have in this division right now. So you go with the champ. You go with the champion and so forth and so on. But it's like there's no real heavyweights. There's no real heavyweights.
No, I mean I'm in agreement with you. You know, on some of the stuff you just said. You know, the division is lackluster. I get it. That's true. I'm not going to deny that. But for what we have, I do. Tyson.
Listen, it's better than when the Klitschko's.
Yeah. I don't want to see that.
I didn't watch a Klitschko fight.
Me neither.
Until he fought Fury.
I didn't even watch that.
I mean, not Fury. I mean AJ. Before AJ.
Yeah, and again, I didn't even want to watch that. You know, and you mentioned AJ. That's the guy that should be at the top, but that glass jaw, and I even think, and I'll throw something else out there. His plan stinks. His fighting plan stinks.
I agree.
It stinks. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so, he let a chubby dude from East New York by way of California via Mexico, Julio beat his ass.
Exactly. So
I'm talking about the Spanish dude.
And Andy Ruiz Jr. His whole plan, AJ's plan stinks. And you combine that with a glass chin, that's a recipe for disaster.
I wonder, I know Ruiz had lost weight. Did he put it back on again? Because I mean, it's COVID, so Poppy he got another fight. He had another fight somewhere, and I know he went back to eating.
Well, that's what fat guys do. He's a fatty. He's a foodie. That's just what he is. He's a foodie. No matter how much weight he's gonna try to take off and diet and exercise and all that shit, my man's a foodie. That's it. You know, so hey, what can you do?
Eat.
That's it. Yeah. That's what I ain't mad at him. That's what he does. You know, water's wet, sky's blue. You know, this natural order things. He gonna eat. Andy Ruiz equals eat.
I ate. I put on 10 pounds.
That's good.
Still slim.
Whatever.
Maybe him and Williamson will hook up.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, I meant to, when we were talking about the Knicks, I meant to ask y'all this. What is wrong? What is up with New York Knicks fans and this fascination with Zion Williamson?
Oh, boy.
Yes, he's talented. Yes, when he plays, he's a star, but he is out of shape. He has been injury prone. No, we do not need him.
Mac, when are you going to realize, and I've been saying this for years, New York Knicks fans are in love with the big name.
Yeah,
no matter what condition they are in, no matter what stage of their career, which more than likely is at the end of the career, those names, you know what I'm saying? They love it. They get overexcited about it. you have to clean off your screen, your monitor, because there's a lot of bodily fluids flying around. Oh, we getting this guy? Oh, wow. Oh. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of that going on. You understand? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And we in an age right now where you can't even have real knowledgeable basketball talk with these men. We're dealing now with teenage little girls that are disguising as men, as Knicks fans, as male Knicks fans. You understand? Because that's just what it is. It's embarrassing.
Right. There's a few Knicks fans and a few Giant fans I have good conversations with.
There's a few. I
have better conversations with the women.
Now, what does that tell you? What does that tell you?
Shout out to my all my Knicks fans and Giants fans. Shout out to the ladies that are knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And funny.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they've been slaying Gettleman.
I would kill for that type of woman. You understand? Right. I'm just saying.
Some dude told me he insulted me first on Twitter, so you know me, I insulted him back. Mm-hmm. Mine was just a little worse. He said, "Oh, you're juvenile."
See,
I just was like, "Oh, so now I'm juvenile?"
Exactly. Makes no sense, man. Makes no sense.
I think next time somebody who insults me and I insult them back and they reply, "Yo, you're juvenile," I'm gonna be like, "Go turn blue."
It's ridiculous. These we're talking about the over emotional, non-thinking Knicks fan. Not all of them, because there's some good ones that are very knowledgeable and realistic about their team, and I respect that. But for the other ones that's over the top with their bullshit, come on, man. Right. It's ridiculous.
And the person who posted the question, I'm not attacking you because I just wanted to have a nice discourse. I don't think you answered me back. But that wasn't an insult what I said to you. I just think we don't need Zion. We don't need a guy who's out of shape and injury. He hasn't played in like a year and a half. We don't need that.
Let's see. Antonio McDyess, what was that center back in the day? James Jones. The list goes on and on and on and on to the break of dawn, so to speak, with players that they want, and it's just not good. It's not a good look for the team.
We had the shell of Kiki Vandeweghe came in with a bad back.
But Knicks fans were excited. Oh my God! Oh, fucking ridiculous.
He looked like he had on maintenance man shoes. The sneakers he had on.
He had on the New Balance. Yeah.
The orthopedic ones. The orthopedic ones.
Exactly.
James, he had on.
Exactly.
With a size 60 waist khakis.
Yeah, exactly. He had those on. You know what I mean?
Looking like the second string defensive coach.
For sure.
For a D3 football team.
Ridiculous.
And he looked like he was in pain running up and down the court. We don't need Zion. We need to build right.
Exactly.
Yep. That's just my take.
I agree.
Yeah. I said before, we have way too many Duke players already.
Exactly. That was hilarious, by the way. Mm-hmm. That was hilarious. Well, I got to cut out because I got to wake up in the morning for work, so I'm going to break, guys. Good show. Thanks, Mac. Thanks, Reg, and thanks, Bishop, for being on.
No problem.
You know what I mean?
Yo, my people on my page, let me shout them out. Missy, thank you. Brian, thank you. Brother Ish, long time, thank you, brother. My brother from Tilden, Terrence, thank you, brother.
Reg.
Dom, who was here. And my two Tilden brothers here. Thank you, my fellow Blue Devils.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Reg, you still light-skinned, dude.
Yeah, you still light-skinned. He getting his Albie shoe on.
I'm a couple of decades too late.
Thank you, brothers, for rocking with me, supporting me. This is In the Paint. It's the realest show in sports. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, In the Paint Media Group. Hopefully, we'll be back Friday. Reggie, stay safe in the streets, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all be good.
All right.
Peace.
Bishop.
Yes, sir.
NC. I might be seeing you soon, bro.
All right, just holler at me.
All right.
All
Good
right,
night,
peace.
everybody. Peace.